We're going to be doing some Landless Belcher. So this was a deck that came around with Zendikar Rising. It utilizes the beautiful card Goblin Charbelcher, which says 3 tap, reveal cards from the top of your library until you reveal a land card. Goblin Charbelcher deals damage equal to the number of cards revealed this way to any target. And then if the land that you reveal is a mountain, it deals double that damage, and then you put the revealed cards on the bottom of your library. So the reason it's landless is that way you deal however many cards are in the deck. And we're able to pull this off because Zendikar Rising, all of the new dual-sided lands, where one side is a spell and the other side is a land, allows us, Charbelcher will see just the spell side or the creature side and not the land side, so it skips over it. This allows us to run 24 lands in the deck and none of them be targets for Charbelcher to hit. Other than that, we've got Manamorphose to color fix, and then Rituals and Simian Spirit Guides and the Ironcrag feat to try to get there as quick as we can. A Singleton Reforge the Soul, so that way we can draw 7 and recross the paths, which actually typically would say reveal cards until you reveal a land card, put the land into the battlefield, and then put the rest on bottom in your order, and then clash. And if you win the clash, which you won't, you get to return the card to your hand. So what this allows us to do is stack our deck to the point where we can then put Reforge the Soul on top and then a hand of Rituals into the Charbelcher. So that way we get to set up and combo right there and then. As far as sideboard's concerned, we've got Blood Moons for matchups where we care about their lands. We've got Wilts in case they have something like Pithing Needle or Spyglass. We've got Leyline of Sanctity, so that way we can't be the targets of things in case they're like a discard deck, or Storm or Mill. We've got Pyroclasm in case they're a creature-based deck, so that way we can kill off their things. Then we've also got this additional WinCon package using Collected Company, Thassa's Oracle, and Undercity Informer. So what you do is with Recross the Paths, you set it up so that way if you have 4 mana, you can use the 4 mana in Coco, which then hits this Undercity Informer and Thassa's Oracle. You then use Undercity Informer's ability to put all of your deck into the graveyard, and then you play Thassa's Oracle out and win the game because of the ETB trigger. That's mainly going to be set up using Recross the Paths. So, yeah, that's the basic rundown of the deck. It's secondary WinCon and its main WinCon. Let's hop into some games and see how we can do. We've got enough for 2 Belcher leagues. Depending on how we do, there might be a third one. So let's jump into them. Gobbo boy. So the interesting part about this hand is it allows us to set up with this Recross the Paths. We'll try it. Wooded Foothills, they crack. Oh gosh. Okay, it's a Lavamancer. That's fine. Shall we play our land, pass the turn? Okay. So they're a Luris deck, probably black-red Prowess-esque is my guess. Thought seizes us. That's fine. They probably take recross here. Yep, they take the recross. And then they play out a... Okay, so it's black-red shadow? Try to get rid of the shadow now. There we go. Then put that into play tapped. Although that's the one that allows us to return a card, isn't it? Damn. One gets us for one. That's what I get for not thinking about what the cards do and thinking they're all just lands. Okay, that's a 2/2. Only gonna get bigger. Charbelcher. Tapped out. Ritual. Ritual. Ironcrag. Charbelcher. Flip over our deck. Any order. And there we go. Belched him out. Okay. So we know that they run... So we want these Leyline of Sanctity because we're expecting them to bring in... Or they've got more discard. I don't know if this is where we would bring in the alt win con. If we bring in this, we can take out Veil because we're hoping to keep a Leyline hand. And then shave like Vessel, a Ritual, and Guide. Sure. We'll try like this. They wanted to play first. Hand's great if we can get one more land. Why not? A Leyline of Sanctity. That shot Goblin Guide. Yeah, the guide's never gonna reveal a land. Revealed Charbelcher number 3. Gonna play that end and pass. Put it into play tapped. Thought seizes themselves. So they've got Shadow, Knight, and Lightning Bolt. They discard a Bolt. Then they play Knight. Okay. So their hand is a Bolt and Shadow. Guide reveals Oracle. Okay. We're not looking good. I mean, we're fine if we can hit one more land here. Yes, opponent smacks us for that. Guide reveals SSG. Not quite great for us. Bolts themselves down to 10 to play out their shadow. They've got a 3/3 shadow and one card in hand, and they're gonna increase that. We will go exile that vessel, pass. We need fast mana off the top. Shadow number 2. Lavamancer. We need fast mana. Show me if we're getting there, Goblin Guide. This is ETB tapped. Damn, turn slow. Right, because this is 8. Okay, all of our lands were a bit too slow there. I'm not surprised. I agree with how we boarded. We kept a greedy hand and we got punished for it. I would love to play first. One, two, Manamorphose, 3. Problem is they definitely have discard, so we mulligan. We can keep this. Bottom. I guess it's bottom Reforge? Bottom one of the two. We'll go with bottom Undercity. Playline. Play out the teeth past the turn. Because minimalistically this allows us to dump our hand into a Reforge the Soul, draw 7. Okay. So next turn we have Reforge. That'll do it. Shock's in the Blood Crypt, I guess because they want to lose life for their Death Shadow. Bloodstained Mire fetches and Shocks. And do they bolt themselves? No. Ooh, what the fuck? Don't ask me. You're the one who did it. Turn Timber. We won't pay the 3. Hit the wrong button and just skip through my... That is tilting. Yeah, opponent. I get it. We all screw up. Player discards a hand and draws 7. Cool. What were they gonna do? Thud. Okay, they guide. They guide. And they wayward. They smack us for 6 here. Yep, they can bounce a land. They do. We draw a ritual. So 3, 5. So that's tapped. 3, 5, down to 1, 1. Put that back into hand. Oh, it goes to hand. Well, we can't cast it anyway. So opponent has to kill us here. Probably not happening. I guess they could put down a pithing needle. Cool. Cool. Yep. Guide trigger reveals Manamorphose twice. Fun, fun. Ritual, Ritual, Iron Crag, Charbelcher. Belch opponent. There we go. Belching them out. All right, got a good feel for this deck. We need to remember that that card can return cards. And we're 1-0. Let's keep it going. Okay. So if we keep this, we can shock this ritual, play out the vessel. Oh, mulligan. This is keepable. Bottom SSG. Hope that'll be good enough. Sorry about that ad break, y'all. I just wanted to make it so that way we've got pre-roll off for 20 minutes. Inquisitions, of course. We keep the Veil hand, but because we're not on the play... Goodbye, recross. Ugh. Again, EDM just doesn't feel right with Magic. As much as I would love it to, it just doesn't work. So we'll play and shock it in and pass the turn. Although it's not shocking, it's bolting, but still. This way, if they try to go for a Thoughtseize. Okay, it's Jund. Good to note, good to note. That we can play out that, pass the turn. Black, black, 1 Lily. Each player discards a card. Yep. So they tapped out. We can discard Veil. Discarding Veil gives us access to the recovery, which will get us recross, which we can set up. Goyf gets in for 2. Manamorphose. So play out our land. We can exile Simeon, bring back Recross. Next turn, have Recross set up. Yeah. Makes them have to have another discard spell here. They're Jund, so they might. Okay, just another Goyf. And a Renin 6. Neat. Each player discards a card. Sure, I'll discard Pyretic Ritual. Upkeep, we draw. Oh, that's a beautiful draw. Play out our land, recross. Reveals. Put cards on bottom. So we want Reforge on bottom. Then we want Ritual. Ritual. Iron Crag. Manamorphose. Monkey. Charbelcher. Veil. And then any order. Put on top. How did I win the clash? Oh, because they hit push. They cycle the Baron more. I wasn't expecting to win the clash, so the fact that we won the clash is pretty good. They put back Baron more into hand. Do they cycle it again? They do. Goyf is a 3/4. Each player discards a card. I no longer need this recross. They smack us for 6. We say okay. We go down to 7. And now we get to Belch. This, reveal Reforge the Soul. If you do, you may cast it for its miracle cost. Yep. Cast for red 1. We draw the hand that we set up. Now we go this into Desperate, into Pyretic, into Exile Monkey, go red 1. And now we get green red. Oh, this is the problem. We can only cast one more spell. I mean, they're Jund. They can't stop us, can they? Like, as soon as we cast this spell, they need counter magic. They don't have counter magic. We just hit them for 41. Charbelcher. Cool. There we go. Facing Jund. Moon doesn't seem terrible. Yeah, it shuts us off of green, but I don't think we need green. We could bring in the ley lines as well here, so that way they can't target us with any of their stuff. Liliana doesn't target. The discard's a bit annoying. We've got to cut 3. We'll shave a ritual, and an SSG. Actually, we'll shave a vessel, bring back in an SSG. And we'll try it like so. We might want the wilts here. I don't know. So, Anne's gas if we had a Belcher. Sure. We keep 6. We bottom one of the lands. This way, if they have discard, we've got plenty to throw under the bus. We'll play out the cave and pass turn. We go with the cave so that way we have red. Okay, they've got 2 mana. Collective Brutality. Takes probably Ironcrag Feet. It's either you take Ironcrag Feet or you take the Shatter Skull. Okay. Upkeep, we draw. What do we draw? We draw a Valakut Awakening. We will play out the hammer. We will shock it in. And we will play out the vessel. Renin 6, put back a Verdant Catacombs. Fetch a basic with the Verdant. Probably. And 4 cards left in hand. Ooh, that's tempting. Shock it in, drop Blood Moon. Yeah, we then no longer have green, but at the same time... they then have to deal with a Blood Moon. They fetch, go get a basic. Probably a basic swamp. Basic forest, meaning they probably have wilt. Or Bloodbraid. We need a ritual off the top here, and we're golden. Goyf. Ritual. Okay. So play this mountain. Sacrifice this. We have 4. Play out Charbelcher. We have 3. We shoot him. Belchered. Blood Moon doing Blood Moon things. All right. 2-0 with the Belcher list. I'm liking it. Magic JPEG. So it's got 3 lands. It's got a recross. We'll see if we can continue to run hot. See, we just need to draw Iron Crag Feet into Charbelcher, and we're golden. If I remember correctly, we don't have any way to beat that card main board. Main board. Nope, we are all in on the Charbelcher plan, and they just dropped a ley line. I'll go ahead and just concede. Okay. Begin the sideboarding options. Wilt, Coco, Thassa's, Undercity all come in. Other than that, Veils can come out. They're white. We now need to cut one more card. We'll cut a Vessel. Actually, we can cut Belcher. Okay. And then we've got New Benalia. Makes me think this is like a taxes? Anyway. Got 59. I need one more. Guess a singleton ley line, just because why not? I would love to play first. 1, 2, 3, recross. Cool. Well, gee, I wonder what card I brought in hate for, opponent. I just have 0 way main board. Okay. We do this, we can recross. Nykthos, Oromancy. Okay. So this is the Enduring Ideal list. Ouch. Actually, that's fine. Because we can now play this out. Pay the 3. 1, 2, 3, recross. But, we'll have 3 mana. So we'll need Manamorphose, SSG, Oracle, and I think we need another Manamorphose. I'll just put all the Manamorphose. You don't have to play them. You just need to get the mana. Then Ritual, any order. Put on top. Okie doke. Opponent gets that down. 9 lives. Yeah, I don't deal damage to you. I just win the game using Undercity. So this would allow us to play out the Informer. And have the mana. We'll wait. Because Morphos doesn't net us mana. Unlife, you don't lose the game for having 0 or less. Well, that's fine. You're not losing the game from that. You're losing the game from me winning the game. Okay. So it's red, desperate, Manamorphose, paying for that, going black, red, and then it's Informer. Yes. Okay. Informer, Manamorphose, paying for both of these. Going double blue. Exiling here. 1, choose target player. Pay the 1 red, sacrifice this creature. Put everything into our graveyard. Oracle. I win. There we go. Okay. So again, it's the Auramancy stuff. We know we're on the hard cast. We're on the Coco Undercity Oracle plan here. They don't do anything. I mean, we could board in Moons to shut off Nykthos. I really don't think it matters. I think we just need to go onto that Undercity Informer plan. But Belching people's fun. So this hand has the Coco, and it's possible to play. The problem is we're not going to be able to set up. We really need a recross at this point. There we go. Keep bottom Belcher. Yeah. Lead off on your ley line. Lotus Bloom. So 3. Okay. Play that one out. Pass turn. Auramancy, sounds good. Your stuff has Shroud again. I'm not gonna be targeting you. That game plan was given up a long time ago. That comes off suspend. They have 3 mana. Wheel of Sun and Moon. If a card instead, that card is revealed and put on the bottom of that player's library. Okay. That's fine. We can recross for double wilt. Recross the paths. We want wilt, Manamorphose, Oracle, SSG, Ritual, and then any order. Put wilt on top. Recross goes to the bottom. They can cast this. Problem is if they have Enduring Ideal, we lose. Torpor Orb. Okay. Interesting. Mainly from the aspect of wilt gets to put back into our deck. Suppression field, sure. I should have put in the Shutter Skulls Summit. Play, don't pay. Second orb, okay. Sacks for 3. 9 lives. Okay. We will wilt away your Wheel of Sun. So we have Manamorphose for black and red. Do this. Play out Undercity Informer. Pass the turn. We can't activate it. It does not matter. Okay, there's an unlife. Recross paying 2. We get to put wilt back on top. Put wilt on top. And we'll be able to draw that off of Manamorphose and blow up one of the orbs. In which case we need another way to deal with another orb. So we need a Balaged Recovery. And then just more ramp. Okay. Then any order. Put wilt on top. Red, red, go here, do that. Instant speed, green 1. Draw our wilt, cast our wilt, hit one of these orbs. Move into combat. Swing for 2. 9 lives gains a counter. Cast, put wilt into hand. Nine lives has 2 counters on it. Put target card. Okay. On the bottom. That's fine. Goes to the bottom of your library. Do you have a way to tutor? Gideon's intervention. Damn. Yeah. Yeah, no. I started this one early. So this makes it so we can't cast. Yep. So chooses wilt. Huh. Okay. Wilt's been chosen. So this costs 4 to cycle. Okay. Opponent still doesn't have us under a solemnity lock. So we can just win through beatdown here. Spyglass. I mean, we'll go ahead and wilt. Cool. Yep, it's time to just go beat down. Yeah, they named the Informer. At this point, we need Manamorphose. There we go. At you. We'll Manamorphose to get blue. So we can Oracle here. Yes, I know Oracle doesn't do anything. However, it does put them on a clock here of trying to find 9 lives or enduring ideal. Lotus Bloom, that's great for us. They put Oromancy on the bottom. Sure. Okay. We can combat swing, take 9 lives to 6 counters. They've got 2 turns to find it. Did they find it this turn? Does not look like it. Put 9 lives to 8. If it reaches 9, they lose. Comes off 1 more suspend trigger. Nevermore. Okay. Spells can't be cast. Name's Abandon Reason. Yes. There we go. 9 lives opponent. So it's funny, them casting 9 lives actually increased. Well, not really. Hmm. 3-0 with Landless Belcher. All right. I'll take it. Okay, we're facing game night, but we won the die roll. So, like, this hand just doesn't do anything. This hand does worse than nothing. Okay, we kind of sort of have to keep this. It's got the Charbelcher win. We just need green mana. Or we need red mana, I mean. That you say done. So this in theory should be the Timber, whatever. Opponent mulligan to 5 as well. They mulligan to 4. Okay. We might actually be in this. I did not realize that we had both been mulliganing. Okay. Play that tapped, pass turn. Opponent plays out a snow-covered swamp. Well, we've got plenty of land. We just need red mana. Oh, this is mill. Okay. Luris Mill, huh? Okay, there's Charbelcher number 2. I legitimately just need red mana and we win. Okay, they cycle of visions. Not technically red mana, but good enough. That. Red. Desperate Ritual. You into Ironcrag Feet. Into Belcher. Into Activate Belcher. Opponent doesn't even let us turn Belcher on. We didn't get to fire the cannon. Unfortunate. Okay, so this is mill. The only thing that we want is ley lines. And truth be told, we'll bring in the alt win con. Just because if they manage to mill over a Charbelcher, we kind of sort of lose. We want the counter magic because they run Drown in the Lock. We can board out a couple of vessels. They're a bit slow. Board out some of our ramp. And I guess a land? And no, we'll board out a recross. Okay. Facing mill. Let's see how we can do. They take the play. We've got 3 lands, a Leyline of Sanctity, and a Veil of Summers. Sure. The hand, again, doesn't do much. But opponent plays a lot of blue and black spells, so these Veils can kind of sort of do great for us. Okay, Darkslick Shores comes in. Well, there's one of our win cons. That's pretty good. Okay. They can destroy one of our lands, which is just straight up destroying land at this point. Okay. Oh. Neat. We now just need 2 Metamorphos? Because we've got Alt Wincon in hand. Okay, they ghost quarter our cave, makes sense. I mean, we'll go ahead and take the shuffle. It doesn't matter. Yeah, we lose the red. Whatever. Blue. Extirpates that. It's got split second. I can't stop it. They exiled 4 of our 10 red sources. Again, we're not on the red source plan. We're on having enough mana to cast Undercity Informer and Thassa's Oracle, since they're both in our hand now. Leyline. That's unfortunate. Whenever a creature card is put into an opponent's graveyard, they gain a life. Okay. Obero. Puts Luris into hand. Alright. We'll play in shock. Why not? We're now just waiting on them to play a blue or black spell. Okay, they play down a Luris. I want to cycle these at this point. Believe that's the win. We just cycled into the win. Unless they have Ceremonious Rejection. This Desperate Ritual. Pyretic Ritual. Ironcrag Charbelcher. '20 opponent. There we go. Taken down Mill with Charbelcher. All right. Cool. That puts us 4-0 with Charbelcher. Let's go for this 5-0. All right. Hand's got a recross and enough lands to cast it. And enough that we really just need to recross into a Charbelcher. Or draw Charbelcher. Opponent mulligans to 5. I put 2 on bottom. Urza's mine. So we're facing Tron. Okay. All right, that's really good for us that they didn't have Tron there. That's not so good. We'll put that into play tapped and pass the turn. As much as getting this vessel down is good for us, we don't want to be doing that necessarily. What do they go and get? Power plant. Okay. So they're hoping to find tower? Or they have the map to find the tower. Charbelcher. Okay. So... I mean, we know that they've played that. We can play that. Shock it in. If we recross here, I forget what the Reforge hand is, but we should be good. We can figure it out. Okay. So we want Reforge on the top. And now we need 7, which is Shatter Skull Summit as our shocked in land. Simeon. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 with the feet, 7 with the Charbelcher, and then any order. Put that on top. Urza's Tower's on top. Opponent doesn't even need to crack the map. Good for them. Cool, cool. Opponent. You knew what was on top. Why? Why bother cracking that map? So they need to kill us on the spot? Else we have sculpted the perfect Charbelcher hand? Relic of Progenitus? Okay. They pop Relic to draw another card. Ancient Stirrings to try to find something. They've got 5 mana. They need Karn Liberated? Or Karn Great Creator, I mean. They did not find Karn the Great Creator. Do they have it in hand? Walking Ballista. Cool. Walking Ballista does not win you the game. Cast for Miracle. Red 1. Okay. Play this. Shock it in. Monkey, Ritual, Incinerag, Belcher, and reveal Smack Ya. Bam. Here we go. That's game 1 against Tron. So they're looking for Karn the Great Creator. we're looking to shut them off of that. So we want our Informer, Oracle, Cocoa package. We want Blood Moons. They don't play blue or black spells, so Veil can come out. Then we're looking to shave on 2 cards. Shave on a Belcher, shave on a Vessel. And we run it. See, this is the interesting hands. Because, like, if we draw into Belcher, this can turn 3. But we have to try to be drawing. I don't want to be relying on that. Whereas this, it can't Belcher right away, but it's got the recross. And it's got untapped lands. So we can do this and put back, I guess, the creature. Opponent's down to 5 again. Opponent's down to 4. Opponent's down to 3. Are they trying to hard mulligan for, like, Leyline of Sanctity? If that's their game plan, well, we have that beat with recross. We brought in our secondary combo because we were scared of Karn the Great Creator. The problem is we'll need green mana. Okay. They kept 3. And power plant, star. Green mana. Green mana. That is not green mana. However, that is a turn 3 Belcher. We can play Belcher on turn 3. Or play Belcher on turn 2 and then kill them on turn 3 with Belcher. Cool. So unless they have Natty Tron into I mean, I guess if they have, like, Wilt. Well, they don't have green. So power plant into scrying. They've got 1 card in hand now. They go get forest, which makes me think that they have Wilt. Incinerag feet. 1 time. Okay. It's not that. And I don't want to play into the Wilt. Okay, they scrying again. Which means that they probably only had scrying, and they wanted to be able to get that scrying online. Meaning we were worried about nothing. So, gets Ghost Quarter. Well, that's fine. Ghost Quarter's not Tron lands. That we show another Valakut Awakening. We'll do it this way. Actually, no. Well, Yeah, we'll go ahead. Play down the Charbelcher. Show me your Wilt. Or your Karn the Great Creator. One of the two. Hers is mine. Belcher, you opponent? There we go, baby! 5-0 with Belcher. Go ahead and get this screenshot. So 5-0 into 2-3 into 2-3 shows that the deck's not all powerful. When it gets to do what it wants to do, it can run hot and play like gas. However, when it doesn't, you kinda just do nothing. And that's exactly what I'd expect out of a combo deck, is you either pull off the combo or you don't. I think this is a very unique and fun combo deck. I think it's definitely flavor of the month hyped up right now, and it's going to be seeing a lot of play, but it'll die down. It's basically Neo Brand 2.0, but this one's not as annoying, in my opinion. Just from the aspect of you either get there and the game's done, or you don't and the game's done. Whereas with Neo Brand is you can try to get there, you can fumble along, and it can take you 4 to 5 minutes and you don't get there. So anyway, just my thoughts on it. I enjoyed playing it though.